An overflow room or overflow space is all of the rooms at an event have a certain capacity, 200 people, 300 people, 1,000 people, and sessions that are really popular fill up, and there's no more room in the actual room the session's occurring in. So they take the video feed of what's going on in that room and they push it to another room. I would say on every major event, they're given. There's just only so much space in a venue, and for popular sessions and speakers, they have to extend the viewing into additional spaces. It depends on the scope of it, but again, it's additional service, it's an additional stream, so we have to do additional settings to get our equipment ready to do it. Depending on the size, we need to provision additional labor to support it. Because very often you don't always know what's going to overflow until the day of. The day of the sessions, they would look at the registration. Obviously, they know the room capacity for every room. So the sessions that were close to capacity or were registered over capacity, they would send out what was called like a hot list to everybody that was involved in doing the overflow, and then we would be prepared to overflow from those rooms. It is something that we need to know about in advance. If you had no overflow plan and decided to engage us for overflow on site at the last minute, I don't know if we'd be able to support you. Maybe if it was 1 or 2 rooms, but if you're at a show that's 28, 35 plus breakout rooms, we have to be able to plan for that, both in equipment and labor. It is something that requires partnerships with your AV vendor and your network vendor. Same to do the content recording. I think that's one of the reasons why it makes sense for us to be involved in the overflow. It's sort of the natural progression. We're already in there, we're already connected, we're already working with those other vendors. So to be able to take that recording stream or info and being able to push it somewhere else is just sort of a natural extension of what we're already doing. Whatever content is most popular or meaningful. So like if a CEO of a major corporation is speaking, those tend to be very popular. Celebrities or major political figures, like if one of the Obamas is engaged, and very often you see speakers like this engaged at these events, they become very popular. And a lot of times you get a lot more people than what you were expecting or you can accommodate in that space. In order to keep the attendees happy, especially because the cost of these events is very, very high, either to the attendee or to the company that is sending the attendee. So turning people away at the door is not a good attendee experience. So you really should have an overflow plan in place. I think we're really good at incorporating it in a efficient and cost-effective way into our workflow. It's really just a natural extension. We have to go into the room anyway and hook into the feeds, into what's going on in that room to record it. So it's just a little bit of extra work just to extend it, push that feed into another space. I would just say that should be a conversation for every event. What's your overflow plan?